YouTube, what is up? Back with another episode of Jog to My Lou. If you are new here, welcome. And you say, why is your channel called Jog to My Lou? Jog because I'm slow. Lou is another word for a bathroom. Across the pond, I think Lou's funnier than Jog to My Bathroom. So, I have bad guts. Lou's funny. There it is. There you have it. If you're not new, thank you for continuing to watch this nonsense I've come up with. This channel is, anybody can watch, but it is mainly pointed to newer runners on a new journey. And maybe they're looking for pointers and tips, things that I've learned. I've only been doing this since November. I think that's 9 months. That sounds about right. So, anyway, we'll get to it. Today's video is going to be about my week, this past week. Some of you know that next week, race week starts tomorrow, Monday the 11th. Today is Sunday the 10th. If you follow my Strava, you know that I normally average 20 to 24 miles a week. I have been in a 16-week half marathon training block. I say training block. I'm not an elite runner. I think I'm below average, just a normal dude, and I just jog a little bit, you know. When I say things like training block, it makes me feel like I'm telling people that I'm better than I am, which is not the case. I don't know why I think that. Anyway, we shall digress. Training block just sounds like Olympic, doesn't it? Oh, I'm in my training block. Anyway, for the past 3 weeks, next week starts the 4th, for the past 3 weeks I've been in a taper. Training, my blog, has had me in a taper, but I have not been following that. But like I said last week, I felt really good. My body's felt good. I feel like my legs are stronger. I feel like the outdoor running in the heat has made me more in shape aerobically. You know how some people will put on Strava like, this is a bad run. I don't really believe in a bad run. If you get to run at all, it's a good run, right? I mean, it's a blessing to be able to do something like that. Sorry, mosquitoes are... Alabama is tough right now. Oh, and just like that, I forgot where I was. Training block, taper, sorry. So for 3 weeks, I've been on, they've wanted me on a taper. I have not tapered. I was supposed to do like 8 miles last week. I did 14, but I felt good. Again, you got to go with your gut. You got to go with how you feel. I've already said that. Strava says I've been averaging 24 miles a week for the year. I don't think that's right. I think I've been averaging closer to like 18 to 20, maybe 21 miles a week. Whatever the number is, doesn't matter. This week I did 6. And you may say, a 6-mile long run? Oh no, friend. 6 total. I wanted to take two days off after the 14 last week. Although, I could have just... If somebody would have asked me last Sunday, hey man, will you run 3 with me? I'm trying to PR, whatever. Yeah, I can only pace you to like... For 3 miles, I can probably pace you to like 9 minutes a mile if you made me, and that would be a PR for me. I only think I can do that because Tuesday this week I did average 9:26 maybe. Seconds may be off. It may have been 9:24. I don't know. But I also stopped halfway through that to poop. So, anyway. Was supposed to do 8 last week, did 14. Body felt great. Legs felt great. So I took 2 days off. I took Sunday and Monday. I flopped my tempo and my easy runs because it's my schedule and I can do what I want. And I did, it was supposed to be 3 miles. I think it was actually supposed to be 2 miles at race pace, but I did 3. And then Thursday I did 3 easy miles. So I have 6 total miles this week. Because Friday I woke up with it wasn't bad. It's probably a 6.5, 7 out of 10 on the scale of gout. Not sure if you've ever had that issue, but I'm on medication for gout, not because I'm crazy. So I had a little spell with that. Didn't feel great. And I told my wife, I said, listen, I don't want to miss the boys tomorrow. My long runs are Saturdays. Don't want to miss the boys. We have a pretty good group. And honestly, it's getting bigger. For some of you guys that, like, I follow some people on Strava that, like, on Fridays, they run somewhere like maybe New Jersey. They've got like 40 people. That's awesome. We don't have that here. So we've got, we probably average 6 to 10 guys. I think they had 10 yesterday. They're all guys from church. Church is relevant in my life. It may not be in your life. I'm not judging anyone by what they do or what they don't do. But more than just the running, I miss the community. Because men need men. Women, y'all need women. There are things you need to talk about with each other that you wouldn't talk about with a man. I don't have to say anything else about it. Men need men, women need women for certain talks and information and that kind of gig. So I missed that. I missed the camaraderie. I missed, just the community of dudes getting together and running. Pretty much putting our energy into something that's not, cheating on our wives or out at a bar or doing dope or, you know what I mean? Doing something positive. Anyway, that's few and far between to find enough men to get together and do that. Anyway, that's a blessing. I hated to miss it, but I woke up, like I said, Friday, and I couldn't walk great, and then I had to go get labs done for this new medicine, which I won't find out until Wednesday. But today I feel great. I ran Thursday, like I said. Easy miles Thursday, gave blood Friday, did not run yesterday. It killed me not to run, but I could barely walk. Today I feel phenomenal. So thank you for asking. So I guess what I'm trying to say, I feel like I say it every week, is just you got to listen to your body. I know a few weeks ago I said you got to have a training plan, and I still believe that you have to have a training plan. I never said follow the training plan to a T. I just said you need some kind of, you need something to go by. I mean, I've said 100 times, don't up your mileage more than 10% a week. You just gotta listen to your body. And this week, I listened to my body. 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have ran through the pain and I would have probably injured my foot and I wouldn't be able to run in this half coming up Saturday. But I was in the heat. I was in the heat outside. I was in the heat of the moment with the training plan. When I get something on my mind, I am 110%. And 3 or 4 weeks ago those were peak weeks. Those were your peak weeks for, I understand that it's not a full marathon, guys. Like, I get it. I'm a below average runner and I'm overweight. I completely understand when I say peak mileage. Some of you are thinking, 40 runs, 6 miles? I mean, I ran 14 miles last week. May have been 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. I think it was 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. Sorry. Last week was 14. The week before was 11. A few weeks before that was 13. Blah, blah, blah. My body felt good. I've already said this. My legs felt good. But this week, I just didn't want to chance it. Saturday, we're going over to Rome, Georgia. Not Rome. Why do I keep saying that? Roswell, Georgia, to do the 13.1 Alien Half Marathon. It's a night race. It's going to be a good time. When I originally signed up for this race, I still want to beat my time of 2:19. But when I signed up for this race, I was like, that's it. August 16th, PR, baby. And then July hit. Let the motorcycle club go by and then we can talk again. When July hit, the humidity hit an all-time high. And I think the real feel every day was like 107. I know some of y'all are in Arizona, it's 118. I've been to Arizona. I've played golf in long pants. It's a dry heat. I don't even wear long pants. You know what I'm saying? I am a shorts guy through December, baby. Anyway. What I was getting to was, I decided July like 6th or 7th that this race coming up Saturday was gonna be a fun run. Because I know I'm gonna want to take video. I'm gonna want to take pictures. I think we have 5 or 6 going with us. And then one person I work with and her husband are coming over. They're gonna run it too. It's gonna be a good time. Again, I trained harder for this one than my first one, but it was my first one. That may or may not make sense to some of y'all. Like my first 5K that I trained for, I couldn't run a 5K yet, right? My first half marathon I trained for, I had only ever ran like, probably 8 miles? Because I was training for a 10K. I think 8 miles was my longest run. I know y'all know that a 10K is 6 miles. So I had never hit 13 before. Well, now I've hit 13 multiple times, 14. To be honest with you, I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of a little nervous, even though it's going to be a fun run. I'm going to have butterflies. The music, the crowd, a night race, I think it's going to be fun. When we get done, there's bands. I don't drink, but there's that if you want it. There's going to be plenty of food. We're actually going to stay the night as well, just because I don't want to have to try to get a wild 3-year-old in the car at, let's just assume I finish in 2 hours and 30 minutes, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, driving back to Central time. And she's wild as a buck, you know? She's wild. That child is me made over. So I know what's on her mind all the time. Tearing stuff up. she'll get out of that car seat and she'll be up there with mom in a heartbeat. And I'll say, hey, get back in there. Get. Gosh, I love that little baby. She's wild. Anyway, spaceship, Blake. Back to the spaceship. Am I nervous? Yes. Am I excited? Yes. Am I prepared? I am. I'm prepared. The only way I could be more prepared is if I ran, I guess if I ran 13 miles more. Here's one thing I can say. I can say a bunch of things. I love to talk. But you know when you've got stuff going on, if you listen to your body, if you hear your body and let yourself listen, you'll know when things are going wrong, when things are going right, when you're good to rock, when you're good to sit on the couch for an extra day and rest. I have a buddy that takes ibuprofen before we run. Every time. I tell him, hey man, I don't take, there's no pain medication in my house. Like, we don't take pain medication. I have colchicine for my foot, which I guess is a pain med, but it's actually just to disperse uric acid. We just don't, me nor my wife, we just don't take pain medication. We have Tylenol, but that's in case the baby gets, fever and stuff. We don't really take medicine. I don't know. If I had to take medicine before I ran because I knew I was going to get hurt, and I'm sure he watches this. You know who you are, wild man. I don't know that I would love to run if I had to take medicine. Anyway, beside the point. This is the one thing I can say. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a coroner. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a physical therapist. But I can tell you that just me listening to my body and missing a run here and there, besides gout, which is a natural thing, my body just produces more uric acid. Just playing the hand I'm dealt. I did not give myself gout. I have never had a running injury. Now, again, I'm a below average runner that just strives to be a little bit better every day, mostly in life and as a father and a husband, but also running, jogging, whatever you want to call it. So for some of y'all that run 88 miles a week, that's great. I am fired up for you. I cannot take my wife. She will watch anything I put on TV. She knew we were in trouble. Like the first Saturday I ran double digits, like 10 miles. I don't even know when that was. I would have to go look on Strava. But when I got back home, I was YouTube, and I watched like trail running or something. I watched like the Badwater 135, or there's another 100 mile race. There's like a 260 something mile race. Like, I'll just watch videos of people's weeks. Not really a shout out, but since we're talking about it, Mountain High Life, I know she'll never see this video, but I love watching her videos because she gives like what she's wearing during the week. It's always John G, right? But she tells you like what she's wearing, her nutrition while she's running, how her week's been. That is important to me because everybody is different, right? Some people can't take gels. I'm kind of I'm real big team Orange Slice right now. I still take the Carb 50, the White Pack Carb 50, non-caffeine. Between those and orange slices, that's what's going to power me through on my half marathons. But back to her. She tells pretty much everything that she's done during the week. She takes you along on her long runs and all that. And that's important for me because if I do things that don't work, I can look back on somebody else that's trying to, she's obviously way overdone what I'll ever do. But maybe one day I want to run a 100-mile trail race. I don't know. That sounds horrible right now. But in 6 months, who knows? But just watching people that do long distance stuff, it just gives me hope that I could do it. I saw a video, I think earlier today, of a guy that went from 0 to Ironman in 9 months. And I don't know how much he weighed. He looked like he weighed what I weighed or maybe a little more. I'm not judging him, but I'm big. So I can look at somebody and say, hey, I got a little weight on him. Looks good, you know? I see somebody that weighs 260, I know because I used to weigh that. I know. Anyway, it gives me hope that I can go farther. And when I'm running by myself or I have earbuds in and I'm like, I think I'm just going to stop here. No, man. Rock on a little bit. You got it. Bring that heart rate down and keep going. Speaking of, I do need help. It could be my watch. I don't know. But when I think I'm going to die, I'll look down and my heart rate's in like 160. And I know some of y'all run at like 185. Is that normal? My blood pressure is great. Believe it or not, I've always had great blood pressure. Maybe I just run low. I don't know. My resting heart rate is 82 right now. But if I wasn't talking if it wasn't 95 degrees outside and I wasn't sitting here talking to you guys nonstop, it would be like 50. I think I have more in the tank is what I'm saying. I think I need to push a little harder. We'll see. Anyway, that's my week. Not sponsored again, but I'm going to tell you. Hydration, man. And that's the one thing that... Let me go back to the gout real quick. We're 22 minutes. I promise I'm going to try to keep it below 30. Maybe. Since I started running, hydration is the one thing. Once I started, I've always ran like 2 days a week. When I started running, like when I hit the ground, like in November, I told my wife, I said, I'm doing this. From when I was running 2 days a week on, which has pretty much been the entire 9 months, I have been using electrolytes every morning. Now I have changed brands. I've already went over that. And I keep saying it's not sponsored, but I keep saying the name that I'm drinking now, and it seems like it's sponsored. So I'm not going to say it this time. Anyway, I've been using electrolytes this whole time. I've never, unless it was directly after a race and I went really, really hard, I've never been dehydrated. So, wait, I said I was going to go to the gout thing. All right, so you heard electrolytes. Let's go back to the gout thing real quick. The one thing that I changed in the past 2 weeks, I quit taking my collagen protein. I put it like in my coffee, or even I'll put it in here in the mornings. Mix it up. I quit taking it for whatever reason for like 2 weeks, and I started back like this week Monday. And then Friday, my foot. And I hadn't been eating a bunch of beef. So my wife looked at it. She's a like 15-year nurse. And she says, I would have thought this had more iron in it. I thought maybe this may be the reason. And it still may. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody out there smarter than me. that knows. But protein comes from like cow toenail or something, right? I say that to say this. I'm done with the collagen protein. I think I'm just gonna stick to fish oil. I know it doesn't do the same thing, but it's gonna lube my joints up. I'm old. I'll be 40 at like in 10 days. I'll be 40. Okay. 25 minutes. That's my week. I don't think I'm going to do another one. I may do another video before Sunday. If not, you'll see me next Sunday. I'm going to try to take video and I'll put it on the Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't really post a lot because I don't have any followers over there, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I have my personal Instagram. Then I have this one. It's the exact same name. It's jog.2.my.lou. Jog2mylou with dots in between. I'll probably post videos and pictures over there. I just don't know how to work the fancy videography and putting stuff in and clip this here and pop. I'm a dad, man. I don't, maybe one day I'll learn how to do it. So we're gonna leave town Friday, stay the night, take the baby to the aquarium, get up Saturday to eat a good hearty lunch. Probably no protein, all carbs, all gas, no brakes. And then we're gonna do a fun run. Maybe we can come under 219, we'll see. You guys will see it first on Strava. Strava is, I think it's at B-Wade Bama. I'm not sure. But in the bottom of this, I always put my Instagram and my Strava link. And I say this right here at the end of every episode. And I'm going to continue because I've had messages. If you are alone, if you're not alone, if you have nobody to talk to, if you have nobody that has anything in common with you that's in your family and you don't have an outlet to talk about running, or it doesn't have to be running, it can be life in general. You can have questions about anything. Hey, what wax do you put in your beard? The answer is 0, by the way. But if you want to talk about growing a beard, growing a free-flowing mane, where I get my running hats from, whatever you want to know, you can obviously just ask a question on the video down there. But if it's something more personal and you don't want anybody to know, you could email me. jog2mylou@gmail.com, I believe. Or like I said, the Instagram is jog.2.my.lou. Or I'm sure there's a way to get it on here. Anyway, if you need to talk about anything, not just running related, just let me know. If you need a woman's opinion, my wife is way smarter than I'll ever be. Again, she's working on her doctorate. Hey, treat each other well. We got to be on the earth with each other, right? Be nice. Revenge gets you nowhere. Let's stop having pissing contests on Strava. Just run your rig, man. Just run your rig. Don't worry about Pal. Don't worry about Susie. Don't worry about Lamar. Worry about you. I love you. See you next week.